get into no, I can't do it anymore. I used to do. I have to listen to him again. You want to hear the commentary voice? I got you. All right, I got you. All right, ready to be amazed. I gotta turn off my cam though, so you guys don't know it's me. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fortnite Championship Series. Here we are spectating Myth creeping up on his prey. He's going to go for one sniper shot, not going to connect. The man is going around a truck side here. Myth going to continue to challenge with the sniper. Interesting decision. He's going to build up his wooden base. Gets taken down by Solo Nazgul here. This is looking like a very tough situation for Myth to get out of as these enemies decide to approach him. He's continuing to shoot. Gets a couple shots off. Armor shredded. Myth going for the full spray. Drops Park 2013. Wonderful engagement by Myth there. As you can see there, kept it calm, steady, relaxed, and contained. That's what we like to see here at the 2018... Shit, what's this game called? Fortnite Championship Series. Fayezi. Oh shit. Somebody shooting out from behind Myth. Getting sprayed down with an SMG. Myth's armor not looking too good. And the one shot with the sniper from the medium range. Wonderful play. You know, Steve, that's what we expect from Myth. Day and time again, pulling out sick plays, making the crowds go wild. This is why he is a top contender for the esports scene, Bill. I agree, Tim. This is exactly why he does what he does. Why he's number one. Why he takes the money. Because he pulls out the W's, he gets the frags, and he takes it home. Okay, 1 second. So we're going to continue on here. 32 people left. It looks like a minute 30 till the storm is actually closing in on the zone. Myth doing what he typically does here, which is, you know, kind of circling around the first circle zone. Very good when you're not really, shoot. It's a really good strat when you're not... Ooh, what's the word that I'm looking for here? It's a really good strat when you're not really sure where you're going to build yet. So that's exactly why he's kind of staying around the rim, waiting for the zone to close in. Then he's going to go ahead and head toward the next circle that's going to be above there. Not much to do now. You know, what could Myth do right now? What are things that may be going through his mind, right? Okay, he's looking at his mats. Could he use more mats? Is he trying to get mats this game? Is he trying to, you know, feed off the mats from the other players? These are the type of things that come from high-level players, you know, they're always thinking, always wondering, what could they do next? What is the next best option? And I think Myth is actually going to go ahead, farm up some wood, because he does realize he's low here. We got about 140, 150, 160 wood, and then a 150 brick, 37 metal. Not very fortunate for a late game situation, mid game situation. So he's going to have to find up some resources, or else he's going to be caught up in a position where he doesn't want to be. But as the storm closes in 20 seconds, we're going to see who this next zone falls in. And Myth does have a high ground. I think he's going to actually go down here. Use a little bit of the floor fall. Very common among the high-level players. Gonna rotate toward Anarchy Acres. You know, the one thing that I think Myth is trying to find here are these rotations coming into the storm, or maybe out of the storm to then. But, ooh, that is a long journey for Myth to have to run. And it looks like in about 2 minutes, he is gonna do what everybody expects, which is running with the storm. He's gonna kind of close in a little bit more, and as the storm progressively comes in, we'll see him start walking toward there, and he looks like he maybe try to rotate from the north side of the hill, but it looks like there's some building over there at 285. Myth does notice one player railing it one by one with a couple stairs peeking out here. This could be dangerous. This might be a interesting engagement. We're gonna have to see the way he plays it out. Myth, I think he's gonna head toward the high ground. Gonna be pretty interesting here. Let's see what happens. All right, Myth coming closer up to the tree here. This He's going to make sure his surroundings are fine here. He did have the back to the storm. Want to make sure there are no storm runners. There used to be lightning last tourney, but that seemed to happen. There is a player up on the hill. Myth with the snipe. Gonna take him out. That's one legendary snipe from the man himself. You know, the man, the myth, the legend. That's his name, and that's what he shows us here today. Looks like he is going to actually just play super aggressive against this 1x1. Knows that there's still somebody in there, but I think he may be still a little bit hesitant that he may have rotated out somewhere. So he's going to start building up, as we're seeing here now. Coming up on here, it's looking like nobody's in there. The man must have rotated out or something. Or that might have been him on the hill. But I think Myth is finally ready to move on past this little area. Go ahead, get that guy's loot, and continue his journey. And as you can see there, got pickaxe out, ready. Solo Nazgul, thank you for the 69 bits. Okay. Well, so it's about 30 seconds till the storm actually closes in now. Myth is most likely just waiting for that to happen. Not really looking for another pick. Gonna play a slow 5 kills, top 20. It is about the time where in this next circle he's gonna probably start looking for a place to build. We're looking at B3 to be the place where the zone actually falls. So that is most likely where Myth is gonna end up building his base. But let's actually zoom into Metro YouTube. Just sniped a person. If we could get a quick replay of that action. As you can see here, he's peeking out of his base in this intense 1x1 situation. We got Solo Naz pushing his base, continuously trying to find a gap here, trying to build anything to get the head peek, but as you see, Solo Nazgul just gets sniped, absolutely deleted. Headshot actually, full armor too. Wonderful play out of Magical YouTube. That's just quality play. That's what we expect out of top 20. As these players are coming together, you got the best of the best top 20, the best 20 players in the world, right? This is what we're dealing with, Steve. The top 20 players of the world coming together in this circle. It's not a bad size circle either. This game's pace has been pretty well, and it's still waiting for this last blue circle to close in, kind of playing it slow, looking for any rotations, looking for anybody else that's doing what he's doing, trying to find these picks that could be coming out of there. We got to see, we got a airdrop coming 240. Pretty interesting stuff. There's some people building on top of factory. Myth trying to see if he could find a pick out anywhere in this situation. Kind of unfortunate that this middle game is going to be as slow as it is for Myth, as I know he kind of likes the quicker and the more upbeat middle game. So like slow early game, fast middle game, and then a slow late game. That's kind of what Myth prefers is to go into. And it's kind of smart, you know, being able to feed up on your mid game and then go into the late game with the material and the loot that you need is always a really good idea. But as we see, the storm is closing up back on Myth. There is nothing he needs to worry about, and I think he found out that, you know, C4, that looks like the hill that he needs to be on. It's the high ground of the next circle. So no longer will Myth actually be circling the storm, be walking with the storm, but he's actually going to play for the next circle. This is two terms that higher players use, is playing for the circle and playing with the circle. Playing with the circle is basically when you move along with the storm. It's what we've been seeing Myth do for the past couple circles, kind of staying on the edge, moving with the storm as it progressively comes in, and now we're seeing a shift in gameplay, which is when Myth actually decides to push in for the circle, and that's when you find your position in late game, you know, make a base, find your whatever you're gonna board up, build it up, and then wait for the circle to actually drop on you in hopes that it drops on you to give you the late game advantage. As we see, there's somebody actually building 150. Interesting little base over there, putting rooftops on top of there to, you know, make it so nobody actually peeks in. But you know, Myth knows for a fact that, you know, you could glitch that through. It's not that hard to combat that. You know, you just hit, you know, you edit it, delete the panels, and now you have all that coverage all around you. There's some gunfire going off at 75-60, but that is no concern, because when you're playing for the circle and you have your eyes set on the zone that you want to be at, you just have to rush your advantage and hope that nobody else is doing the same. And as we see here, you know, Myth being the best, he always does his actions so quick. You know, he always makes his decisions so wise, so smart, so fluid, right? And that's why we like Myth. You know, that's why he's a top player. Chat's telling me to drink some water, which is a good recommendation. As we see somebody 60 with a sniper behind a tree. Flying down the hill, Myth definitely noticed him. Will he go for the peak or will he keep his position a secret? We are now in top 10, ladies and gentlemen. One of the last final endgame circles is closing in. We got rockets coming from east, going to the base on 105. Things could get pretty shaky here as an engagement also goes down east behind the tree. Myth is finally going to peek with the sniper, see if he could get a shot off. Actually misses right to the left of the guy. It's going to be unfortunate. He wants to take out the guy with the rocket so that he doesn't end up having any advantage or threat toward Myth in the late game. But these guys are going head-to-head, placing multiple panels, trying to negate that rocket damage. Make sure it doesn't do anything, but we got somebody from 120 finally notices Myth. Gonna go ahead and shoot out a couple rockets, looking for the foundation of his base. Myth definitely does see him with his rockets. Tries going for the snipe. Headshot! R3 growth getting taken out as his last rockets slowly comes for Myth's base. Beautiful engagement. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful example of how late game is played. And as we roll into top 5 here, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Planters Peanuts, the only nuts for your mouth. In multiple delicious flavors like honey roasted, chipotle, and unsalted. Find yourself some Planters Peanuts at Kroger's, Walmart, and any locations near you. All right. That was a word for Planters Peanuts, man. They really, really do put their investment in the esports scene has been tremendous these past couple of years, and I'm super interested to see, you know, how they evolve the scene with, you know, their all natural organic lineup of peanuts, you know, and that's once again Planters Peanuts, the only nuts for your mouth. All right. So yep, we're back into the tournament. As you see, the last circle is dropped, and you can see how this playing for circle advantage is starting to shape out for Myth here. You notice that, you know, he has this next circle. He didn't have to move. He doesn't have to rotate anywhere, and he's going to start looking for, you know, people that have to move, which are west people. As you can see, a guy all the way over there having to move, rotate out, and come closer to the circle. And that's the advantage of playing for the circle when it does actually fall out on you, when it actually does close up on you, is you're able to sit down and just say, hey, I'm just going to relax here. I don't have to move. I already have the high ground advantage. There's nothing that I need to do to close out this game because I played it smart early. And that's the position that you want to put yourself into. That's the position that you want to set yourself up for when it comes to playing Battle Royale. You don't want to be stuck late game Battle Royale. You don't want to be put in a position where you have to rotate. You want to move as least as possible. You do not want to move. It's very important, and the best of the best players are going to be able to make it so that doesn't happen, or they're going to be able to play it a little bit earlier, or they're gonna set up their game so that they don't have to move. They're going for a snipe on the guy in the tree. That's Rosello. Rosello, last year's champion, getting taken out by trying to knock out a tree for a chest? That's a really unfortunate play. His middle game loot must have not been what he wanted it to be, but that's just an easy frag for Myth to pick up, and just really unfortunate for any other players on the scene. Now we're top 5, ladies and gentlemen. Things are gonna be getting scary. We have $50,000 on the line for first place out of this $100,000 pop pool. Things are only going to get much more intense, much more scary as we go into this match. Myth always looking around his base, trying to make sure no one's peeking. He does hear a shotgun getting caught underneath his base. He doesn't know exactly where it's coming from, though. Could be anywhere, to be honest. Oh, he sees him. Myth has a visual. Is he going to peek with the sniper? Is he going to do it? Oh, and he does it! 3-round burst. He's dead. Nippo getting taken out. Nippo was actually... Funny story about Nippo, came into the season as the underdog, the rookie. People predicted he wasn't going to really make top 50. And, you know, seeing him in top 5, I personally didn't even know he was alive yet. And just being wrong place at the wrong time, I suppose Myth just going to take him out. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. But as the top 3 players start to position themselves accordingly, Myth spots his eye. Somebody running through the storm, actually. Myth gonna go ahead, lands one headshot with the burst. One more shot, and he's actually dead. Myth gonna take him out. Lovely play. Myth also hears somebody running up from behind him. It's the final player. It's the 1v1. Myth doesn't necessarily want to walk out of his base here. That would be the bad call. He wants to stay to the high ground as much as he can. One more shot, and he is going down. Myth gonna finally hop out of his base and end the game. Secure the tourney. The finals. And your champion, Myth, 10 kills. Complete savagery. Skill. Beyond comprehension. Calculation. To the game. And ladies and gentlemen, that's Battle Royale.
Everyone loving the tech, publishing like in the check, loving the cities of the people that come with the best. I don't have any regret, but it's a bit of neglect.
Hi! Hey, we won. Sheffield. The man.